Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Chaos-Reighn here once again. This time I'm about to show you a MF variant of Ice-Shot. Right now I'm going to do a test to try and see if MF is viable in a basically in-game stance kind of standpoint. Um, right now I am using 4 sextants or 4 watchstones, which have the was it the rare valuable currency shards and then extra stacks of currency, along with having the harbinger gives another stack of currency on this, and you get harbingers around your bosses. We are using the notable in the ascendancy here to get a excuse me, to get a harbingers in areas have 30% chance to be replaced with a powerful harbinger boss. Now this is any one of the harbingers. So we are using MF gear. We're using Windwripper, we're using goldwrym, and a Sadimas without a corruption. I'm thinking about getting base crit just so I can crit more often, but other than that, you don't need a curse because I still have my same setup as my all unique. Instead of chain, I am using GMP, but other than that, this is the same excuse me, the same build that I used with that I used before. We're going to put Alva on and Infused Harbinger on. And alright, let's see how we do. Now I am using a Headhunter instead of the Torrent, obviously. And that's because I am juicing the map, and Headhunter is by far one of the better map juicing items because you just kill a couple packs or a couple mobs and you end up getting really big. So this is Canyon. This is a really short, really simple map, and we're basically going to see how we fare. We don't really have defenses. We still have a decent amount of dodge and etc., but we don't have as much evasion because we lost our boots and gloves and as far as those slots. So we have to play a little careful until we get some buffs. As I said, we are using GMP to GMP as our oh, there we go, as our multi-target. All right, get a bunch of buffs.
My mana is gone.
So it looks like one of the harbingers has already been replaced with the super harbinger, which is really cool. Oh, we have a legion. There's our legion. I'm teleporting around, so sorry about that. It's hard to control myself when I'm literally teleporting around everywhere. These harbingers are no joke, especially when instead of one major harbinger pack, you can possibly get 2, 3, 4, 5, or even all of them changed to big harbinger packs. Let me turn off loot. There we go. As you see, there is a lot of loot on the floor already, and there's a lag already starting. And it looks like I got another super harbinger pack, so I have to be a little careful. And as you see, I still have gems leveling up in my kit, so I'm not like at peak yet. I still have level 16 hydrosphere instead of a level 20, which is a pretty healthy amount of damage that I'm missing. Alright, just in time, just in time. I don't have Beyond or anything like that on the map. There's no Nemesis. This is just all pure harbingers and breaches, etc. Nothing like too crazy. Alright, looks like I'm starting to run low on the buff central, or buff central, the buff department, should I say. This is going to be pretty laggy. Legions are always laggy on console. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to clear the whole thing, but I did clear a healthy chunk. I could have probably killed the bosses, but it's just sometimes it's so laggy on console. You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm gonna take care of this breach real quick and come kill these harbingers.
The stars watch and envy as life invades and envelops every open space.
Mr. Toxalot is there.
Birth and death that is dynamic as it is rhythmic, while the stars themselves burn unceasingly.
We have the teleport buff, and it looks like we have big harbingers, so we gotta be careful. Let's quickly clear everything around. Now, I could try this with Delirium. I wouldn't recommend it, especially with Harbingers. You can do it with other stuff, but with Harbingers, I wouldn't recommend it because you're just going to end up wasting your time and basically lag dying over and over and over again. I don't know what it is about Delirium, but Delirium basically gives you an insane amount of lag no matter what you're doing. I don't even know where the bosses are. I'm just gonna keep shooting in this direction and hoping they die. Looks like they died. So let's do this Alva. Sure. Looks like we got a whole bunch of maps in return, so that's pretty cool. Just remember, we are a MF Ice-Shot, so we don't have our damage until we get a couple buffs going. However, our single target is still respectable, and that's because the Azanath's chant combo with the hyrdosphere. On console, it's the easiest way you can apply hyrdosphere on enemies and do that damage. If you want to do it specifically for bosses, you can just press one more extra button, but I find it the easiest way to make my way around, so let's just go ahead and start looting. Alright. And I'm looting here just to kind of give you an idea of what you can expect in one MF map. Using MF gear with MF Ice-Shot. You can probably push for more Magic Find. Let's just do this real quick. Cool. You can probably easily push for more Magic Find. You just gotta figure out what pieces of gear that you want to do, lose, should I say. By Magic Find I mean literally quantity. You can probably excuse me, you can probably get away with using a couple Vinters. Just keep in mind you're gonna lose a lot of damage and a lot more than you would expect because the taming rings themselves give you a big chunk of damage. Excuse me. Sorry, I think I'm coming down sick. As you see, when I actually hit something with my Ice-Shot without the hyrdosphere being on top of the enemy, it actually doesn't do that much damage. The hyrdosphere basically triples the damage that I do. And this this damage is then multiplied again if you have any double damage modifiers. So if you double damage on the first hit, it'll double damage on all the hits. Or both the hits, should I say. We have an item? No, I don't. Alright.
Good job, Exile.
watch. As you see, I literally delete the Kiri boss. I should be able to make it to the other one too. No, a little too laggy. Let's quickly kill Hiri. Alright, not a bad turnout. A whole bunch of maps, which is good. I didn't even use a map scarab. I use Legion, I use Elder, one Harbinger, and a Breach Scarab, so I can kind of min-max the pack size on my map, and I'm pretty satisfied with it. This is a very juicy map to, you know, for a standard non-Delirium map. I feel like this is a pretty good map. You're free to leave your opinions in the comments, or you're free to test this yourself. This has been my MF Windwripper variant of Ice-Shot. Let me kill this guy real quick. Alright, perfect. Death's Rush, alright, nothing really crazy. No monsters remaining, so we did it. We got everything dead. It looks like we have too much items. Oh, that's why. Let's drop these real quick. I picked up something else I didn't want. Alright, so this is the overall. We got a quarter of an Exalt in one map. We got an Ancient Orb and a Annulment Orb. We got, I'm not going to really worry about that. Got a bunch of Splinters, and a half of an Ancient Orb. So all in all, I think this was a pretty good test. If you press L3, you can see like you're missing Binding Shards, Alchemy Shards, and there's a lot of rares if you wanted to do that too, but you know, that's up to you. I personally wouldn't. This is farming Harbingers with MF, and I personally would approve and or recommend doing something like this. If you find this video at all informative, feel free to leave a like and comment. And if you have any questions or want to see me kind of adapt the build in any other way, I can do that. I have the gear and stuff like that to be able to basically make it how your preference would be. If you want me to try Venters, I can show you what the damage difference would be. It's going to be a big difference, and you'd probably have to move down to tier 10s. That was a tier 14 canyon that I just did, and it was real easy. There was no challenge whatsoever. Thank you again for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good one.